Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6, Central Kentucky Television, and I'm here with Juanita Herring at the Marion County Extension Office. And today we're going to make another healthy meal.
Yes, we are.
For everybody here in Central Kentucky, and it's going to be Southwestern vegetable salad.
Yes,
right?
yes, we're getting those vegetables in, Gary.
That's a good thing. Well, now that the weather's coming nice, gardens are going to start blooming with various vegetables, right? So you'll be able to get some of this stuff locally soon.
Yes, soon. At our any local farmers markets, you know, we always do try to promote for them. But it is, and it's vegetables. And you know, even, you know, I'm always bringing up, Gary, my plate. We need to make half of our plate fruit and vegetables, you know. So that's why that we keep really pushing a lot of the vegetables.
Absolutely. So we're going to put this, actually, the vegetables, you said we're going to have a
we're going to make a wrap with it,
right?
yes.
Okay.
You know, any of our recipes that we have been giving out each time that we work, if the audience can see, they are very, very nice from the University of Kentucky, and they always pair up a little menu to go with it.
Okay.
So we're going to pair up a little sandwich and some fruit with this today.
Okay.
We're going to get started. This is Southwestern vegetable salad.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, it calls for 1 cup of diced cucumbers, 1 cup of frozen corn, thawed. We're going to use 14.5 ounces of added tomatoes with chili powders. We're going to use 1/4 cup of diced green peppers. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and it's just the white vinegar. We're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of our garlic powder. We're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powders. We're going to use 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper. And then we're going to use 1/4 of dried cilantro.
Okay.
So, you know, those are a lot of these ingredients we have right in our cabinets a lot of times. In the summertime, whenever you have fresh vegetables, you usually have these type of vegetables.
Absolutely.
And the easy thing about this, Gary, even I can do this, Gary.
You can do everything.
Because all we have to do, we have all of our things, all we have to do is chop our cucumbers, do our peppers, and put it in a bowl, put everything over it. You know, in 5 minutes, you got it.
That's fabulous.
I mean, that's what I like.
Exactly.
Quick and easy.
Absolutely.
And like, again, I know a lot of people out there, whenever they're doing this, they don't have time a lot of times in the evening. You know, kids have got to go to soccer games, baseball games. You know, we've got all of this, swim practice, whatever. But this is something very good that we're going to put together. But I want to share the costs with you. This one recipe only costs per recipe, everything we've got here, if you had to buy it, shouldn't be over $3.08.
Wow.
And a lot of times, like I said, the pepper, the chili powders, a lot of things we have in our cabinets that we don't have to go out and buy.
Right.
And then it's only 26 cents per serving. And the serving size is about a 1/2 cup. So this is a pretty cheap salad to eat, right?
Absolutely.
So are you ready to put it together, Gary?
I am.
Okay.
It has lots of things I like.
You go. Oh, okay. What's your favorite in here today?
Corn.
Corn? Okay.
I love corn.
I love corn too. Corn is one of those good stable, but it is one of those starchy vegetables, right?
Yeah, that's not the best ones, right?
I know, but you know, we're going to pair.
Cucumbers.
Okay, but we're going to pair up the corn with the cucumbers and the peppers. So that's only one starchy vegetable. So there we go. So I'm going to chop up this cucumber. You like my little gadget this morning?
I do. That's fancy.
Oh, this little gadget. I love this little gadget.
It even gives it ripples.
You can see it's got ripples in
like
it.
You're eating a potato chip.
I know. There you go, Gary.
Get your mind in that
mode. I really like this little chopper. We used this last week.
Absolutely.
And I don't think we're going to need all of this, and it says to dice it. So, you know, we have just chopped it. So, and I think we need 1 cup. So I'm going to pull my cup over here. So, you know, this is a pretty good chunk to put in a salad.
Right.
So you know what we're going to do? We're going to take that little ripple, and we're just going to cut it. Maybe. I may have too much on there. Let's back up. You know, sometimes those things just don't work. I'm going to do it like this.
That worked well.
That worked really well. So,
if at first you don't succeed.
That's right. You can see, the audience can see that we've just got them. So I'm going to add about a cup.
Okay.
See, I like this. I don't have to do all that old measuring with those, with cutting with the knives. And we've got like you said, a little ripple effect. So that people will be thinking that they are eating.
Texture.
Yeah, they'll be thinking they're eating lots of potato chips.
Exactly.
Right? Potato chip cucumber, all right?
That's right. Except I don't eat the green potato chips. I do the... So,
okay,
I'll get over the color, but I like the ripple effect.
All right, Gary, there you go. Whatever you say, that'll be fine.
That's good, though.
But it is, and you know, again, I'm always talking about having somebody in the kitchen helping you. You know, if you have got some of your young people in there, or maybe somebody as a friend coming over and they want to do something, hey, just have them to cut up your cucumbers. They might like a little stress relief, you know.
Exactly. I like the ridges.
You like the ridges.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a nice handy.
It is a handy. I use this a lot of times with lots of different veggies, you know.
But if you don't have the fancy gadgets.
No,
like,
you don't.
Like Juanita here, you can actually just cut it up, right?
Just take your knife and cut it. But I like to take, I said that is our stress relief. So we have that. We have that chopped. So we're going to, I'm just trying to let this all look very colorful. We're going to go ahead and cut up some peppers. And again, and I know everybody out there that is a cook in their kitchen, washing those vegetables. I cannot emphasize keeping those vegetables good and clean. Wash them when you bring them home from the grocery store. That's the best way to do it. And then just rewash them. So we're going to need about a 1/4 cup of peppers. So we're just going to cut up some peppers.
Because like with the peppers, it's really important to clean them because we're actually going to be eating the exterior. Like with the cucumber, it's important to clean them as well, but you took the
We took the peeling off. That's right. But if I hadn't washed that and I used my knife and I cut that peeling off, something could have been on that peeling, could have got down in there.
Right.
Just can't stress enough that I hope everybody can see. We're just cutting up some green peppers.
There for us.
Yes, we're just cutting some up this morning.
And these items, as we said, the farmers market will be in full swing in not too distant future here in Marion County, but also in Washington County and in Nelson County and everywhere else.
I think they actually opened here last week. Of course, I don't know how much produce. I think they had more plants and those type of things.
But you'll be able to get pretty much everything so far that we have. Eventually we'll have cucumbers, we'll have the peppers, we'll have corn eventually.
We're going to have it all.
Great. And tomatoes, if you do your own tomatoes too.
That's right.
It'll take a few months, but they're nice. There's nothing better than fresh tomatoes, right?
There's nothing, not any better than fresh tomatoes. That's right. Good old tomato sandwich almost, can't we?
Yes, that is good.
I think we've got about enough.
And you can dice them up.
We can dice them up, and you know, I goofed. I got the wrong cup out, but you know, we can just eyeball it here. You know, that's
and see, that's a good thing about this recipe too. Is it's easy to put together, but you can kind of customize a little bit too.
You know, I know a lot of people out there that is probably like you and I, Gary, that whenever they're in the kitchen cooking, maybe they have made a dish several years, you know, different times, and they can kind of almost just tell by the bowl about how much that it is.
Right.
But anyway, now we're going to put it together. You ready to put it together?
I'm ready. I'm
now,
ready.
like I said, it's very simple, right?
I like that.
So we've got our peppers, we've got our cucumbers, cucumber potato chips, Gary said. That's going to make us think. So I have just taken some yellow frozen corn. I think I've got just a little bit, and it calls for 1 cup.
Okay, and we wanted to thaw that. So
yes, and you can tell it's pretty well thawed.
With it. Now, is all yellow corn sweet corn? Or
it should be. Some of it is a little extra sweet. I actually think on this package it said extra sweet corn.
Oh, that's
better. And if you're, when you're talking about going to the farmer's market and all, I think a lot of times they have different varieties of corns too that are out there. And I do like a sweet corn, don't you, Gary?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we've got our corn, and you see I just poured some in the bowl, and I just had a little bit left, and I measured it out for a whole cup. Let me set that over here, Gary.
Okay.
We'll get that. Now, we're going to add our tomatoes in a can, okay? Now, the recipe kindly fooled me a little bit this morning because usually it says to either drain or not to drain, okay? With this recipe, it just says the can of tomatoes with the chilies. It does not say to drain them. But it had quite a bit of liquid, so you know, we're just going to kind of spoon this out.
Okay.
Don't know how much liquid. And I poured off maybe 1/4 of a cup of liquid out of this morning.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just letting people know that.
You might not want it as
wet. There you go. But now, to me, I could just eat this.
Yeah, it's kind of like a salsa.
Yeah, the chili peppers, tomatoes, and the corn. And Gary, if you want to, I'm going to let you put in those.
Wow.
Oh, he gets to put in the cucumbers this morning.
That's right. The ripples.
The ripples. Are we getting pretty or not here?
Yeah, it smells really good too.
Yes, it does.
I smell with that tomatoes. Add some good spice.
Then we're going to put the peppers in, Gary. I'm just letting you do it all this morning.
That's right. There we go.
Okay.
Oh. There we go.
All right. So now we have got greens and yellows and reds. Something, and I'm like you, I think it looks a lot like a salsa, don't you?
Absolutely.
Okay, now we're going to start putting in, our garlic, and I said we used 1/2 teaspoon, and we're just going to sprinkle our garlic. And then I always kind of like to mix my dry ingredients as we go in. Maybe you at home might want to mix all your dry ingredients in one bowl and then put them all together,
That's an option.
So then I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of my chili powders.
So you're getting a little spice.
Got a little bit of spice there. And if you really liked it hot, you could put maybe some hot chili, you know.
No, you like spice.
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
And then we're going to put in 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper. Now, 1/8 teaspoon, if you've ever tried to measure out 1/8 teaspoon, it's not much, is it? You know, I know you've heard people talk about a smidgen or a pinch. That's almost like 1/8, you know.
Yeah.
So, I wish the television audience could smell this, don't you?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put in some dried cilantro. Okay, we're not using the fresh, but you could use that as a garnish. And I have had people to tell me they don't like cilantro. So on our recipe, it says it's optional. But you know, I think if you're going to do something southwestern, you need some cilantro in it.
Yeah, that's good. Good. That's a nice scent as well.
It does. Now, it is pretty wet. And now it says that we're going to use 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and I've already measured that out.
Okay, so we're adding more liquid, so that's why.
Adding more liquid.
Not maybe put all that stuff
No.
in there. Very
Now
good.
you've got a very nice little Southwest salad. We've got greens, reds, and it smells wonderful, I think, Gary, don't you?
Yes, I agree.
So with our recipe, I said, you know, I'm going to go over this again, Gary, if you'd like. We used a cup of our diced cucumbers, 1 cup of frozen corn, thawed, and I used the yellow extra sweet in the frozen section. We used 14.5 ounce of tomatoes with chili peppers added. They were already in the can together now. You can buy that together. 1/4 cup of diced bell peppers, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of chili powders, 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of dried cilantro, optional. And then all you have to do, after you've got everything chopped, mix it in your bowl together. And it says, of course, we know anytime that a salad should be cold is much better after it sets and the flavor goes through it, right?
Right.
So we have got this, Now, we're talking about pairing it up before we put it on our plate. Talking about pairing it up with something, you know. I really like these recipes because UK always puts us a menu idea at the bottom of our recipes. And this is talking about a ham and cheddar cheese wrap on a whole wheat tortilla. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use, Gary, I'll let you take that over there. And can we just set this to the side?
Take our salad.
All right, we've got Black Forest ham and some cheddar cheese. And we've got our 100% whole wheat tortilla. Everybody likes tortillas anymore, you know. So we're going to put some Black Forest ham on here, and you could do about whatever you wanted, but we're going to put a couple of slices here today, Gary. And then we're going to take our cheddar cheese, and they cut this a little thick on me this morning. So I'm going to kind of just put this.
There you go.
Put that, and then you could just take it, and you could just roll it up. And if you wanted to, you could put this in the microwave, you know, to get it heated just a little bit to melt that cheese. And then whenever you take this with this wonderful Southwestern vegetable salad.
And that'll be your side there.
So, and you know,
it's colorful.
It's colorful. You know, it is time for grilling season. You know, this would be a wonderful salad to
absolutely
on the grill, and then you could pair it up. You know, we got to put that fruit in there.
Oh, look at you, fancy.
We could pair it up with a couple of fresh oranges, or you know, any type of fruit that you have.
Right.
You could pair it up with a good old glass of water, or a glass of milk if you wanted to. You know, we're always pushing water, and I think our menu says to use water. So, you know, this is a healthy little option for everybody.
Very good, very good. So that's a full meal for you, very healthy. Again, it's the Southwestern vegetable salad.
Yes.
We'll have the recipe up on our website as well, that you'll be able to get a copy of that, or you can contact the Extension Office here in Marion County or Washington or Nelson County. They'll be able to help you with that. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Gary, and I hope you have a wonderful day today.
You too.
We've got all of this good fresh vegetables and fruit going on.
How could it be bad?
That's right.
All right. This has been Gary White with Juanita Herron at the Marion County Extension Office. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.